Sigh. Here we are. I'm here. Mess around with my lighting again. It's going to be different all the time because I can't seem to make up my melon. I turn the overhead lights on yet again because I look at some of the ones that when I'm going live and I don't have the overhead lights on, picture doesn't look very clear. But I wish I could have it darker back here so all these lights stand out better and just have those lights in front of me. But unfortunately, the lights go this way, and I only have the option to turn on either two of the 5 rows at a time, which are right there, or 3 or all 5 rows. So for those who are new, this is, I know some people, you guys have been, most of you have been here forever, so you already know this, but this is my old dance studio, martial arts studio. So that's why we have all these rows of fluorescent lights up here. But then still have to have the ring lights here. And I can't put the linen covers on them for that because otherwise it's too, I don't know. It's just trying to get the right lighting. I might try to see if I can change it up so I don't have to use these ring lights because I notice when I'm shooting my regular videos, they don't bother me. But when I'm here like this, for some reason, they do. And I'm not any closer to them than I am when I'm shooting my videos in the kitchen or back here in this corner. I don't get it. Anyway, hello everyone. Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And gonna be talking about YouTube algorithms, how we can work around them, not just people like me as a creator, but those of you as viewers, because it highly affects you too, these changes they've made. So I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes before I get into that topic, just to give people a little more time to get in here. So, because according to this, I still have 2 minutes. So a couple more minutes would be just right. Windows open in Arkansas? Not here. It is chilly here. We had a couple of really pretty warm days. Actually, it was opening up the doors so the air could, go through the front door and the back door and really just air out the house. And it was so nice. And Jace got to play outside on the back deck at least. Can't let him play in the front yard because it's not all fenced in. And then the fenced in areas are where the chickens run. And so there's poop everywhere. Yeah, so. And found that we have rats in our chicken coop and they're eating all the food. Just found that out. Very, very frustrating. So we're going to have to try to get rid of the rats in there. It's one thing ever since having a garden, rats keep coming around. We keep getting rid of them for a while and then they come back because, hey, who doesn't want to hang out in a garden where there's free food? And then in a chicken coop where there's free food. At least they haven't been in the house. I've got that. So, see, well, we have the possibility of twisty winds tonight. Really? Ugh, yucky. I know there was, a tornado in Florida, but I wasn't really sure how bad it was because this post that was going around on Facebook was showing AI images. They were clearly, 2 of them looked absolutely 100% real. But if you read down at the bottom corner, it says AI. But the one of the tornado itself, I'm like, that is so fake. And people are buying it. All of the images were fake. So it's like, how bad was it really? So one really happened, but the images they were using to share the news were all fake. I don't get that. What's the purpose of that? Prepping taxes, so fun. I did get mine done. I try to get them done as soon as I possibly can. I'll work on them and then I'll take about a week or 2 and just even though I think I'm done, I'll give myself a couple weeks in case maybe there's some write-offs that I didn't think of. But I noticed this year, hardly any of my write-offs made any difference. Weird. Same thing when I did my kids' taxes. Same thing. I I guess maybe they upped the standard deduction or something. So none of that kind of stuff made a difference. It was kind of disappointing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into the topic, the main topic. And even though typically Wednesdays are a Q&A, I may focus more on single topic stuff, just depending. I didn't have a lot of questions coming in the last couple of weeks, and I didn't do a live last Wednesday, so you think I'd have a bunch, but really didn't have that much. So, yeah. So I just thought, there might be times I'll just focus on a single topic, and then I'll, if I have any questions I'd like to cover, I will do that. I do have a secondary topic though. So just a reminder that I do have a backup stream ready to go in case we get cut off. It is linked in the description box, currently set at private until I need it, so people aren't going to the wrong feed until I need it. So if I suddenly get cut off, I will let you know in the chat. I'm switching to the other stream. Give me time to make sure I set it as public and all that. So again, that's linked in the description box right at the top. So Rain Country, YouTube algorithm frustrating mess. Take 1. All right. Anyway, just in case I have to do that a second time. Obviously, that's all just for fun. So for those who, it's funny because I was watching, I don't always watch all the videos I publish. Well, because I spent hours, editing them in the first place. Well, some don't take hours. Some go a lot quicker than that, but and then, I'll upload it so it can publish later, and sometimes it's 6 weeks or more before it publishes. So the one that came out, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was, about the where I was talking about, what was I talking about? I know I was talking about medical stuff, my real thoughts on that. Oh, sponsorships and all that. That one. But somewhere in there, I mentioned, the issues with my channel, and I'm like, wow, this is back before I'd learned what I know now. So I'm like, well, now's a good time to kind of update people on what I've learned so far, why the YouTube algorithms have been wonky. I'm not going to say I understand it all. But yes, I use Pyrex. I have a lot of Pyrex stuff. I have measuring cups, pie pans, and some glass casserole type things, and a few others. So at any rate, so for those who haven't heard what's going on, a lot of you, even if you don't have your own channel, you've probably noticed that over the past year, because this started right at about a year ago, a little bit better than a year ago. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should allow that. I try to keep my chat and my comments as clean as possible, even if I may not always find a problem with certain words. I try to be I try to use a little decorum, especially if there's kids and all that. It's just, it's just manners basically. So no offense, just trying to keep things clean. So at any rate, I was finally able. At first, I really thought my channel was being targeted because of the time frame of the way things happened. When suddenly my channel was going along great, going along great, going along great, and then all of a sudden, so for the next several months, it just kept sinking and sinking and sinking. Now, maybe I've hit the bottom. Maybe I'm finally at rock bottom, and hopefully it doesn't get any worse than that. I keep starting to go up and then it goes down again, up and then. And so now I'm just from up here to down here, and then it's just kind of this weird sort of thing. So again, I thought I was being targeted because of it was right at about the same time a couple other events happened on my channel. And so I thought, one of them being a video that was removed on a substance that I'm not allowed to talk about anymore because it was one of the more recent ones that they had added to the taboo list. Even though you can talk about it Anywhere else, it's not a problem, but on YouTube, you cannot, especially if it comes to using it for anything medicinally. Now, I don't know if you can talk about it when you're talking about cleaning or anything like that, but just to be on safe side, I've had to, as I find them, remove most or all videos. So I was thinking, well, maybe it correlates with that. Or no, it wasn't that one. It was the baby food one. It was right after the baby food video, which was an absolute false accusation in the first place. And they couldn't even prove to me what I'd said wrong or done wrong. They couldn't. They just, and so then my channel was, had a warning on it for a long time. At any rate, I really thought it had to do with that because I couldn't figure out what else was going on. So I was then more recently had found out that, and from another channel, actually from a follower who sent me a link to another channel that is very different than from mine. And I forgot I was going to gather that link and put it in the description box to this guy's channel. But he has a channel about swords. It's all about swords. And no, it's not because it's weapons. He's had his channel for 10 years. And right at the same time I started seeing these problems, he started seeing the same exact problems. He was going through all the details that he was seeing in his analytics, exactly the same as mine. Then he shared clips from other channels, all different. One was a channel guy who just talks about guitars, and same thing. So all across the board, it doesn't matter if they're Christian or not Christian. It doesn't matter if they're homesteaders or not. It doesn't matter. There are channels all the way across the board. Doesn't matter the size of the channel. Didn't matter if they had 50 subscribers, 50,000, 500,000, a million. In fact, the guy whose video I'm talking about has almost a million. So it had nothing to do with any of that. A lot of people are like, well, it's because you talk about this, or it's because you're a Christian, or it's because you're that. And I'm like, I don't really think it's that. But okay, maybe. But if it's that, then why is this person over here not having the same issues? So what they did was, and like I said, I'm not going to be able to put this in all the right jargon, but they made a change, and they have videos. YouTube has their own videos on this, on how they changed the algorithms, so that it promotes videos to the viewer that they think that AI, YouTube, that they think you want to watch, rather than making sure they promote the videos of channels you are subscribed to and the kind of stuff you typically watch. Now, I still see showing up in my like on my homepage where the recommended videos are. I still see videos from people I'm subscribed to and content similar to channels I'm subscribed to. So I personally, as a viewer, am not having an issue with that, though I know many other people are. Well, then even more recently, what happened was YouTube put a video to content creators. So it's only meant to be for content creators. So it's something that shows up in your dashboard. Oh, new video about YouTube algorithms. And I couldn't even listen to the whole thing. It was just a bunch of rambling about stuff that was like, well, they were explaining some of this, but the thing was, the truth of what was really happening to content creators could all be read in comments. Comment after comment after comment after comment. People were complaining about, and again, all different types of channels, all different sizes of channels were saying the same thing. All I want is for my subscribers to be able to see my videos. The people that want to watch my videos, that are subscribed to me because they like my channel, I just want them to be able to see my content rather than have it hidden from them, or rather than having a bunch of them wiped out, because in that they don't address. And if they ever do address it, they'll say, oh, that's not happening. They deny that it's happening, but it absolutely 100% is happening. People right and left will say, Yeah, I was unsubscribed from your channel. All these other channels saying the same thing. I was unsubscribed from your channel against my will. And it's ever since now that particular issue has been an ongoing issue for years. But right at about a year ago, that particular thing got especially bad. And they won't address it, or again, if they do, they'll basically, you're just crazy. It's kind of like when you go to a doctor and you say, "Hey doc, this is happening." "Oh, you're just crazy. It's all in your head." That's basically what they're doing to everyone. They're just telling them they're all crazy. Their other solution is to, well, just work harder and stop whining. Now, that's not exactly what they say. I'm using my own words, but basically that's what they're saying. So while all of us are working harder to try to counteract the algorithms, it's for some of us, it's hardly helping at all. And because the problem is still persists, it's still an issue. And that's only a couple of them. So for those who haven't heard about these issues, so YouTube not only is unsubscribing people, hiding the like button, hiding the subscribe button from people who got subscribed and want to resubscribe, or got unsubscribed and want to resubscribe, or are new. Maybe there is that random new person that comes along and goes, "Oh, I want to subscribe. Hey, where's your subscribe button?" Yes, this is happening. I'm not making this up. It is happening. Because I even got in there on under that on under YouTube's content creator video and made a comment myself. I said, "All I hear is blah blah blah," but the truth is found in the comments. And I got a whole bunch of replies to that, people saying the same exact things, because I went through and said my analytics have dropped by 75%, and this all started a year ago. And everybody that replied with something like that said the same thing. Yeah, about 75% of everything across the board in my analytics, my subscriber gain, my views, my revenue. So they just want us to keep working harder so we can continue to make less money, less revenue, why they make more money. I mean, what? And what I guess the part I don't understand is, how are they even making more money when all they're doing is ticking people off, because now they're not seeing the content they want to see. They're seeing a bunch of garbage promoted to them that they're not interested in. So that's what the focus is, okay, from YouTube side. Oh, well, this is a trending thing. Let's promote this to people who don't give a crud about this kind of stuff. Let's just go ahead and promote it to them and hide all the stuff they're actually interested in. Okay, so that's just a quick overview on the kind of stuff that's been happening. So happening to me, happening to everyone, regardless of the person, size, and style of content. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's not someone trying to silence natural medicine. Not saying that doesn't happen, but it's what this whole recent thing is over the past year has nothing to do with that. The notification thing is also a problem. If you select I want to be notified, a lot of people still never get notifications, or they get them days later if it's a live show, or hours later, or they simply don't get them at all. So while making sure you're subscribed and selecting all notifications, not just notifications, all notifications, which can be annoying if you don't want all notifications, which is why I don't always say that one. But if you want the notifications, make sure that there's a little, when you go to the bell, you have an option for just certain types of notifications, and you want to select all. And that will help. But that's not going to help, well, especially if you're not getting the notifications at all. That's not going to help as much as you making sure. Okay, here's the deal. So most of you know that I have a pretty much a set schedule. I might change it up a little bit now and then, but I publish videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, every day, Monday through Friday. And then Sundays I do a live show. Okay, so it's been that way for years. So if you follow a channel like mine who has a set schedule of when their videos go up and you're not seeing their content, it kind of strikes you that you're not seeing their content in your feed. Check to see if you're still subscribed. If you're still subscribed, go check and see what videos have published since the last time. And and you do that by going to their main channel page, then click on the videos tab. Okay. Because it's going to take you to the home page of that channel, which is going to show some recommended videos at the top from that channel. But then click on videos. Then in that tab, you'll be able to see the most recent video that was published and down and, and back. And even, if you're like, okay, I really want to make sure this stuff is showing up in my feed on a regular basis, here's what you need to do. You need to play all those videos as you're able. It doesn't mean you have to listen to them or watch them all. You can just turn the sound off. Play the video, just click on each of those videos that you've missed. Make sure you click on like. And if you're able, make sure you comment. Comment on every video from every channel that you want to make sure you're still seeing their stuff and it doesn't get hid from you. Because all of that interaction you do, not only does it help that content creator and help, that encourages YouTube to then push that video out to more people, just like what happened with my video on Friday about the cloth wipes. That one, I haven't seen a video do that in at least a year. At least a year since all this happened. I haven't seen a video do that well. And because it was doing really good right from the start and it got a lot of interaction. Then Friday it did good. It did better on Saturday and Sunday when YouTube realized, hey, this video is doing good, and then started promoting it to other people. And that I can see that in the analytics. They even explain that. It's like, yeah, so your stuff started getting out there. We started pushing your stuff out there because it was doing good. So the thing is when a video publishes, that first hour is really key. So being, when people get in there, they interact, they like, they comment, even dislikes, believe it or not, actually help. Obviously, likes are better because they're more positive, but even negative interaction is still interaction. And that's what YouTube looks at. They look at how much interaction as a whole a video has. Even a hated video can be promoted to a lot of people just because it's getting a lot of views. So even a video with a lot of dislikes means it's getting a lot of views. So I say that because part of the reason I say that, even though we all prefer to have likes, um, I don't even look at my dislikes. I never see them. I don't even know what they are, and I'm fine with that. Um, but I say all that because the people that just want to come in and dislike because they don't like you and they do that just to make you mad, what they don't realize is that they're helping that channel when they do that because they're giving them a view, they're giving them a like or a dislike. This is interaction, and that's actually going to help a channel. And then for someone like me who never even pays attention to the dislikes, I hardly even pay attention to likes, really. What I look at is views. I look at how many views am I getting, how many comments am I getting, how well is this video doing on a whole, as a whole. So some people that just want to be petty are probably helping their least favorite people. Isn't it funny though that people are that petty that they'll follow a person just because they hate them so that they can give them dislikes thinking that they're really doing something when no, they're not. They're actually helping. So let's see, let me look at I wrote a few other points down about ways that you can not only help yourself to be able, help your favorite channels, but help yourself to be able to make sure you're seeing the content you want to see. And one of those would be to also, so if you have your YouTube, like when you're watching YouTube and you have it set so that it does autoplay, which means it will automatically start playing whatever video YouTube decides you want to watch. Well, what will happen is even if you're like, "Oh, I don't wanna watch this video," and only a couple seconds played, it's still gonna show up in your history. And so what that's gonna do is it's gonna show YouTube that, "Oh, they watched this video, so I'm gonna promote more of this nonsense to them." So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you remove all such videos from your history, but leave in the videos you liked or videos from the channels you like. Leave that in your history because a lot of times the videos that get promoted to you are based on what you've watched. Obviously, not all the time, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you on board, as I said earlier, with whatever the trending stupid thing is. It's not all stupid, but some stuff is stupid. Okay. Some stuff is flat out stupid. And since it's really popular over here in this niche, they want it to be popular all the way across the board. So they're going to push that. Because to them, it's all about making more money. Because if they can get everybody on board with this particular style video, then they'll make even more money than they would make off the channels from the, where people are watching what they want to watch. But it's like, but that's not how life works, people. Hello? Fix the problem. So for a while I stopped speaking out on this because I thought, well, maybe that's part of the problem with my channel is I keep speaking out about what they're doing and how unfair it is to both the content creator and to the subscribers, to the viewers. And it's horribly frustrating. So I think just like on that video that was only for content creators, the more people that get in there and talk, you just hope. Pay attention, YouTube people that make all these changes. Pay attention to what people are saying because it's not even just about the content creator, which you make money off of YouTube, but it's about the viewers, which you also make money off of YouTube because this is how it works. If you don't understand how it works. So if a channel is monetized, every view helps that channel earn money. Then, and the money comes from the ads. The more ads, the more money. So as a lot of you know, I try to not have any mid-roll ads. I can't fully control what happens with the lives once they're done because I can't change it until after it's finished processing because they automatically select mid-roll ads. I wish I could deselect it, but I can't do it until it's processed. And lately, every single live I've had has taken probably about 12 hours for the video to process so I can finally go deselect mid-roll ads, which is absolutely irritating. But at any rate, so yeah, everybody has mid-roll ads and people watch all the way through. They're going to make more money than someone like me who refuses to put mid-roll ads, at least refuses to do it intentionally. Any way I can get away from that. So I only have the ads at the beginning. But at any rate, it's the revenue from the ads. That's what we earn. And it's from you viewing the content or letting it play. So as such, then what happens is, let's say you made $5 on a video. Let's make it a little bit easier. Let's say you actually made $100 on a video. YouTube's going to come in and take $30 off of that. And you get the other $70 because YouTube takes a 30% cut. So if you're like me and your videos aren't really making that much money, because yeah, I'm not making that kind of money off my videos, not anymore. And so you got, if I'm only making $10 or maybe $25, well, YouTube's still taking a 30% cut of that. And but anyway, that's how the revenue works. So this is why I think when YouTube stomps down and prevents channels from, or prevents subscribers to their favorite channels from seeing their favorite content, that's money they lose because that person would be watching that video like over a year ago when everything was going great for everyone and all their subscribers could actually see their content if they wanted to and watch it. And so they were getting the views. And so then they were earning the revenue. But see, the problem is that's not happening anymore. Anyway, so back to saying if you remove that from history, you're you're going to be and keep in only the videos in your history that you want to see. That's going to help. Now, here's another trick that I've started because I kept getting promoted videos from a channel and I thought it was a legit news kind of channel and it wasn't. And so I started paying attention to the name and started realizing, okay, this one keeps giving me garbage, or maybe it's the same stuff, but would they have some kind of incorrect title because it's clickbait? But I've already seen that. This is old news that they put a different name on. I don't want that. And so what you do in you're getting if YouTube is recommending to you channels you do not want to watch, what you do is you go next to that video, you'll see the 3 dots, click on the 3 dots, and then you'll get a little menu that pops up, and you can choose to just hide that video, or what is it? You can select don't recommend this channel. Once you select don't recommend this channel, you'll stop seeing recommendations for that particular channel. And so that's what I started doing. So that nonsense would stop showing up. See, where do I find watch history? It's watch history. You go up to your upper left, you'll see the 3 lines, and you click on that. And what you'll see is you'll see home feed. That's where you get all your recommended, they'll show a lot of videos from your subscriptions, but they'll also show recommended videos along with the ones along the sidebar, but also that's home feed. If you want to see your subscriptions, you go to subscriptions. If you keep scrolling down that menu, you'll find history. It's in that same list. So the 3 lines, okay, the 3 horizontal lines, you click on that and you'll be able to access that. So, but then the 3 dots to the right of a video from a channel you don't want recommendations from, that's where you can go in there and say, don't recommend this channel. And so at least you'll stop that. So my guess is that the more you can keep up on those 2 things, the less you're going to start seeing junk you're not interested in and start seeing more of the stuff you are interested in, including the channels you're actually subscribed to. So, but that brings me back again, talking about that little thing. A lot of times when people go to their YouTube, they just go to their YouTube account, they are automatically in their home feed. And then what they're doing is they're looking through their home feed for channels that they like to watch. Well, that's not the way to go about it, because especially now with the changes they've made, mostly what you're going to see is only recommended channels, not the channels you're actually subscribed to. You might see a few from channels you're subscribed to. Some people see none. But you need to actually go to that subscriptions so that you can see that. But that still doesn't guarantee that you will see all of the videos from the channels. Let's just say, okay, today's the day, all of these channels should have published a video. So I should be seeing a video from Rain Country, a video from Mary's Nest, a video from An American Homestead, a video from Living Traditions, whoever all you're subscribed to, Doug and Stacy, so on and so forth. Okay. If you know that person, let's say it's a Tuesday and all of these channels have a video that comes out on Tuesday and you're scrolling through there and you see a bunch of, okay, there's that, where's so-and-so? How come so-and-so doesn't have video? Are they out? Are they okay? Go to that channel's, go to their page, go to their video, the video tab, and you'll see whether or not they actually published a video that day. And you'll know for sure, because I've had that happen to me with channels I'm subscribed to. It's like, I know I actually saw this video from this channel pop up, but I go to my subscriptions and I keep scrolling. I'm scrolling back days, but I know this video just published today and I can't find it. And I was going to watch it later, but I can't find it. So finally I had to go find the channel, go to their video tab, and there it was. So they're just making it harder and more frustrating, just like I said in the title. It's frustrating to everybody. It's frustrating to the viewers. It's frustrating to the content creators. It's like, why give people the option to subscribe, get notifications, and then take all that away from them when that's actually what they want? They don't want your stupid recommendations. Now, recommendations can be nice to find new channels if those recommendations are actually based on your watch history and what you like, not on what is trending. That is what makes me so mad. There's a lot of the people that follow me have absolutely no interest in trending videos. You know, I don't care about fashion. I don't care about movie reviews. I don't care about reactionary videos. I like some of those. I'll admit, I like some of those as comedy relief now and then, but some people hate that stuff. So they need to stop pushing garbage on people that they don't want to watch. They need to show them the stuff they are clearly interested in. So they need to fix their stupid AI, because it's not AI, it's not artificial intelligence. Well, it is artificial intelligence because it's stupid. There we go. There we go. It's not very intelligent at all. So let me see. Let me check and see if I covered all those. I think I covered all the points that can help you see what you want to see and help your content creators content actually get out there to the people that want to see it. So there you go. Not only was I sharing with you a way that you can help yourself and everybody else, I went on another rant. It's so maddening. It really is. If you saw, especially when you have somebody that comes in and says, well, you're lying, I'm going to unsubscribe because you're making all this up. And I'm like, really? Well, if you think I'm a liar, please unsubscribe. I don't want anybody on my channel like that that's going to accuse me of being a liar when I know what my analytics say. I know the videos I've seen from other channels, and I know what YouTube's saying, and I know what the comments under their dumb videos are saying. All across the board. It's an absolute fact. And I know what my own subscribers have told me. Like, I've had a few people even email me and say, I haven't seen you in months. Are you okay? Where have you been? What's going on? People like sincerely concerned because they haven't seen my content. It's like, still putting out 5 videos a week like I've been doing since 2016. Still here. Got to go find me. So anyway, that's it for that topic. And thankfully, I actually didn't get cut off in the middle of that. So, as far as that goes, the main topic, I'm done for the day. But I'm not done. As long as YouTube's going to allow me to stay, they're going to grace me, bless me with the ability to stay here and not cut me off. I wanted to share something kind of related, because it has to do with the cloth video from Friday that made a lot of people mad. Now, again, I got an overwhelming amount of positive feedback on that. And I got a lot of new subscribers. That video did really good. But with that always brings haters. So, but you know what? When you get a lot of haters in your videos, what that means is that your video's doing really good. It's like, man, I haven't seen haters coming in a while. This just shows that nobody's seeing my stuff anymore. So the funny thing about that is it's actually a good sign when you get a lot of haters. Excuse me. This time I'm going to use a different spray. This one is precious metal juice with peppermint. I'm finding that works pretty good for my vocal cords as well. Precious metal juice with peppermint oil. The peppermint kind of helps numb it too. I could do the same thing with clove, but the problem with clove oil, You gotta be really careful using it in spray bottles and stuff like that because the clove oil just it damages the sprayers in different parts in there. Peppermint seems to be okay. So, what was I gonna talk about? Okay, the cloth thing. So here's the funny thing, people some of the people that got really mad, they were just so silly. And they're like, "Ew, you know, this is just so gross. It's so." And I understand people being grossed out. I'm not complaining about that because I was grossed out for a long time until I actually decided to finally try it. And I'm like, this isn't bad at all. This is much easier than the cloth diapers I do with my kids. But anyway, they're talking like it's a whole completely new concept. We live in a what was the kind of wording they used? Like a civil society where we have toilet paper. Well, do you do you guys realize that pretty much every paper product that you use, be it napkins, paper towels, diapers, feminine products, and toilet paper, those were all things that replaced cloth. So now we're talking about replacing paper with cloth. So we're just making a change. I thought that was kind of funny when I realized that. And then another one that was funny was this guy whose name his name is something the butcher. And he says, I can't remember what his whole name was, but it was like Brad the Butcher or something like that. And he says, "Oh, I remember the horrors when and yeah, the horrors of my sister using cloth diapers with her kids." And I'm thinking, "Oh, he didn't just say horrors. He said the heavy work and the horrors of my sister doing cloth diapers. So just know." And I'm like, I couldn't help it. I said to him, "Horrors? Aren't you a butcher? Seems to me pretty labor intensive and kind of gross. You can handle that?" Anyway, I mean, I'm not saying, we butchered chickens and deer and stuff like that before. So, I mean, I used to actually, when I was 17, I spent a summer cleaning fish, salmon, steelhead. Steelhead? Was it steelhead too? Probably not. Maybe. But anyway, halibut, cod, cleaning fish, gutting them. That was when you start out new to a job like that on a fish dock that does like the commercial, you start out as a gut puller. That's your job. I was 17 years old and I was a little bitty thing, not even 5 foot. And I'm in there pulling guts. You know, it's a gross job, but somebody's got to do it. So, but even then, I still had a hard time switching to cloth the first time until I did it. See, oh, speaking of mean comments, I think I figured out where the fact checkers come from due to a YouTube ad, data notation dot tech. Wouldn't be surprised if that's where the trolls come from. Could be. But some people, sometimes I can tell that they're just regular people that just are like that video because that video has done so well that YouTube, it's one of the few videos I've had in the past year that YouTube's actually promoted. So I'm getting a lot of strangers where this video just popped up and started playing, or they saw it in their feed and, what's this about? But a lot of times what happens is they don't even bother watching the video. They just see the title and that grosses them out enough and they don't even pay attention. If you just listened, that's just too much work. Well, yeah, for some people it is. I get that. But it's not as hard as you think it is. I mean, people were making all kinds of assumptions and putting stuff in there. It's like, no, if you listen to the video, you would know the truth. You would know what I actually said instead of making assumptions and then commenting and then expecting me to reply, which I still did. Not in every case. There was a whole lot of comments in the that came in on Saturday and Sunday that I just deleted because I'm like, dumb, dumb, stupid, dumb. Some people like to use swear words. So obviously those went into held for review and then got deleted. Because I don't put up with that. Just because if it's not for you, there's this little thing like click out of the video and find something you do like. instead of swearing at people because it's not for you. That's so dumb. So stupid. What a waste of their time. They're annoyed because they started watching this video and realized it was a waste of their time. So they waste even more time complaining about it. How silly. It's just so they can be petty. And that's fine. Just plain juvenile. Just plain juvenile. Yeah. I don't know. I'm realizing more and more every day how many adults in this world. I mean, how different it is when I was a kid and I used to look up to the adults and think that one of these days I was going to be an adult and actually thought I would know it all once I got to be an adult. And then you realize you don't.